What's up, guys? Phoenix here. And finally, some effing good food. Tank. So, this is the first video with a rank 3 vehicle. This time we have the iconic Tiger 1. So, first things first. Tiger's design was actually born in a way already in 1937, coming from a project that started back then, which was called, I think it's pronounced Durchbruchwagen. I feel like there was an umlaut there, but maybe not. Well, anyway. So, like I was saying, the design of Tiger, I will just pronounce it English way, began already in 1937, 38. In 38 it was official, let's say. And it took quite a few years to make it happen, so to say. Of course, there was some dude there. Let's warn our friends. Oh shit. Let's hide just in case. Alright, it's gonna get hot here in a moment. So let's go there towards the building. Hopefully be safe there. Though I'm not sure if I won't get flanked from the left. Ooh, the Panther died. Alright, you know what, might as well go left. So it took quite a few years for the design to be finalized, and the tank finally entered combat in 1942. Alright, there's some guy there. But oh, and there's some guy on the left as well. Let's try to get him first if I can. Then. But at least I think I distracted him. Oh, come on, of course the cannon. Do you have to damage my damn cannon? Damn it. Alright. Come on, one more smoke. And I'll hide here, I suppose it should be safe enough. Yeah, 14 seconds should do. Yeah, so like I said, Tiger joined combat in 1942 in Northern Africa and on the Eastern Front. There were over 1,000 of them produced. I think it was somewhere like 13 or 1400, and production ended I think in summer 1944, because Germans started producing Tiger 2 instead. It was understandable because Tiger design was fairly late, so it was pretty obsolete. In a way it's comparable to KV-1, except for its slightly thicker armor and better cannon. Is there some guy there? Alright. Let's see if there's anything going on behind me on the right. If not, then okay. Those guys are going there, so it should be safe. Yeah, so that's pretty much the history of Tiger. While it was better than, say, Sherman, the angular design, boxy design was quite a big problem. And many late war tanks or anti-tank guns or whatever were able to clean up Tigers. Oh, there you are. Yeah, so that's pretty much the history of this vehicle. As you see, I'm driving Tiger Ausf E, the second version, not the first one, not the H1. This is because it is, you could argue, slightly better. Hope there's no enemy behind me. Well, the differences aren't big, honestly. For one... Oh shit, there was a guy there? Damn. Got to ping him. for our thumbs. So anyway, as I was saying, there aren't many differences between H and D. So for one, E has this kind of weird rough armor surface, which is because of Zimmerit. It was a kind of paste that was applied to the armor to make magnetic explosives fail to stick to the tank. Next, the cupola of this tank is very flat compared to the H version. However, this is not that simple because early E version had the same cupola on the turret, I mean this shit, as the H version. Oh, there's something there. Right around the corner. Let's see if I can kill it. No. Alright, let's wait for that guy to come out. Yeah, so this one, Panzerkampfwagen 40, and the last difference is that we have a roof machine gun, which doesn't really matter much, but why not have it if we can, right? Other than that, the difference consists in the BR as well. This version is slightly, barely higher in BR at 5.7 instead of... Can't get a shot from here. This one is 5.7 compared to 5.3 of Tiger H. One last thing before I start describing this tank is that, to be frank, I have no idea where the E came from. Previously the tank was called H, but Hitler changed the naming in 1944. Sup, my friend. Is the guy friendly? He is, and he's firing one more guy here. But I don't see what he's shooting at. Ooh, would you look at this? So, yeah. So I have no clue about E, but H in the previous version stands for Hensha, the company that made it. I don't see any other name there. So let's talk about the tank itself. First, we have the famous Flak 88 cannon on this, in the tank version. It's quite good, significantly better than the cannon on, say, Panzer 4 or React Panzer 4 or Hetzer, whatever. It's a bigger caliber than Panthers, therefore it packs more of a punch. However, there's a slight trade-off, which is that we have a smaller penetration value. Alright, there's something coming there. Jackson? No, just an M10. Anyone else coming out there? No, then let's see if I can shoot here. Ooh. Though that guy got killed by half truck. Sucks to be him. Yeah, so this cannon is very good at BR below 6. I'm using upgraded APCBC round, which has penetration, as you can see. The default one is slightly worse. Next we have high explosive garbage, don't use it. High explosive anti-tank, which is also garbage and you shouldn't use it as well. Is there some... Oh, there was something there. Next we also have APCR rounds, which is available only on Tiger E, as I said. And it's good if you encounter particularly heavily armored tanks during up tier. So there are times when it's useful. And the fourth, yeah, those are all 5 types then. Seems like I won't be able to get that guy anymore. But I can ping him at least. Yeah. Zoom, as you can see, is quite good. We have a relatively decent reload for this sort of... What the hell hit me, bro? Plane, maybe? We have a relatively good reload for the sound of big caliber cannon at, was it 8.5 seconds? Yeah. We have no problem with the vertical guidance. The turret rotation is actually pretty not bad. I think it's even faster than on Panzer IV slightly. And the rangefinder, it's probably just normal 1 kilometer one from what I remember. Yep. That's pretty much it regarding armament. We have 2 machine guns, one coaxial and one on the roof of the turret. The machine gun on the turret is pretty crap, but at least you can scare off planes with it. Can I see anyone there? No, still several guys left. At this point I might as well approach the respawn. Yeah, so that's it regarding armament, sorry. Ouch. Ah, I missed that guy. And he one-shot me somehow. Damn. Alright. Let's do it like this. Yeah, so the armor, as I said, it's thick but boxy. Therefore, many allied tanks will be able to take care of you. So think like everything with 76 millimeter, the American one can do this, and things like Russian 85 can do it. So things like T-34-85, IS-1, Hellcat M10, Sherman 76, they can all take you down easily if they shoot your hull from the front. Therefore, the most important skill of every Tiger player, which has basically reached the level of a meme by now, is angling your tank. You basically have to angle your tank like this, for example, so that you not too much. You shouldn't expose your side armor too much because it's not too thick, but you have to angle your front armor. Other than that, let me see. So on the H version, the cupola is a weak spot for APHE ammunition. It can say if an IS-2 shoots it, you can probably one-shot your enemy. One-shot your tank. Regarding the crew, as you can see, we have 5 guys. They are slightly bunched up, but not that much because it's a bigger tank than, say, Panzer III or Panzer IV. And the ammo is mostly lining the sides of your tanks and some of it on the bottom. Therefore, shots to the side of your tanks are usually fatal even when you encounter Brits with their pure AP ammo. Yeah, that would be it regarding armor, I suppose. So the reason why I came into a test drive was to check out the reverse, because the next point is mobility. Okay, so we have -8, -9 kilometers per hour going in reverse, which is kind of good for the German, for a German tank, because later German vehicles have very shitty reverse. Maybe not tanks, but some tank destroyers or something. Otherwise, mobility is pretty average. It says 45 kilometers per hour here at maximum, but I think it actually went like 42 in real life, but I will not swear on it. Anyway, I think it was less. Yeah, that's pretty much it regarding mobility. Regarding additional features, we have one, which is smoke grenades. You saw me use it. They're quite useful in some situations. Otherwise, there's nothing special. I don't think there's artillery on this one, probably not. Regarding economy, let's compare both versions. Yeah, so as you can see, the E version has a better multipliers for both things. It isn't that much of a difference for research, but the SL rate is currently much higher on Tiger E. The repair cost is significantly higher, however. So the performance is quite good at this BR. When you get fully up-tiered, it starts to get painful, especially for Tiger E, because 6.7 vehicles have much better armor than 6.3 usually. For example, in the USA, you are going to see not just random jumbos, but okay, maybe that later. Not just jumbos and random Pershings, but also Super Pershing and T-34. In the USSR, is there any significant difference? Well, I suppose T-44 may be a bit tricky. Great Britain should have something at 6.7 that's troublesome, or did it change? Yeah, Tortoise. Yeah, so 6.7 is a bit tricky if you get full up tier. Therefore, Tiger 1H has a smaller difficulty, lower difficulty. Yeah, and it has smoke shots as well, huh? Yeah, therefore, advised tactics is that you should play somewhat aggressively unless you are in an up tier. In an up tier, you should be careful. You can snipe with Tiger easily because of the powerful cannon, but again, at higher tiers, it will be a bit difficult to take on enemies with this cannon. However, otherwise, you generally can do it, especially since you have a good zoom. You should definitely avoid getting flanked because, like I said, the side armor is relatively weak and many enemies at this BR have what it takes to destroy you. So for example, if I would play with a Hellcat or say Chaffee or an MX-13 or EBR, which have more or less similar ammo, then I would try to flank a Tiger and shoot it from behind or from the sides. It's very easy to destroy them. Is that pretty much it? Yeah, you can definitely include Tiger in your main lineup, especially along with Panzer, which is kind of complementary. With its slightly worse armor, but with better cannon in terms of penetration. Yeah, so the worst enemies that you will encounter are firstly everything fast that can flank you or go behind you. Anything that can outflank you, anything with a strong gun from the late war period, which ends up in early period, in lower BR. So for example, things like M36 should only appear in 1945, same for Pershing. Jumbo is probably your biggest enemy, both Jumbos in the American tree, because its frontal armor is very tricky to destroy. If you are about to encounter Jumbo, then you should shoot either here, but at this angle, because if the angle is too small, that you will just get a ricochet, or you should shoot the MG nest of. I think they slightly improved it. Otherwise, you don't really have much choice to destroy a Jumbo from the front. Maybe you will be able to destroy it by shooting somewhere around here, but it will be a close shave. Also, in the Soviet tree, IS-1 will be a bit tricky because it has a pretty good frontal armor, which has some annoying angles here. So for example, here we have effective thickness 167 millimeters, which is more or less the maximum extent of your better APC-BC ammo from the front point blank, and you can see 165 millimeters. Yeah, this is the default one, not much worse, but slightly worse. Yeah, and other than that, planes are going to be a big nuisance, because at this BR, around 4-5 BR is when the American case starts to get wild with all the P-47 and AD Skyrider series. Therefore, I advise that you take care not to drive out in the open right in the middle of some field, but rather try to sneak alongside some buildings, trees and shit. Otherwise you may get a nasty surprise from an enemy cast player. Well, that's about it. Thanks for watching, guys. Until the next time.